Welcome back, Scapers, to another video. This one is going to be just me showing all the progress that we've done. That's Fremenic Trial out of the way. Moving on to Royal Trouble, that gives us an increased reward from the Miscellanea Kingdom, and that allows us to get a lot of herbs. We're also going to use bird nests and maple logs for a short period of time. We want to try and get our fletching level slightly higher, and then we're going to go on to the mahogany / teak, I think. That's just purely because we want to try and get some mahogany logs, as we will be doing mahogany homes for a lot of our construction XP, and it's a little bit easier to get the logs via this rather than wood cutting, as we're probably going to try and power level our wood cutting rather than doing anything else. I don't really know anything that we really want from wood cutting other than maybe forestry to get like the rewards and unlocks. Other than that, I'm not really too bothered for forestry in general. Wood cutting's just an AFK thing that I'm not going to pay much attention to. This is the new prayer method that came into the game with the new area that came unlocked after doing the Children of the Sun quest. It's really nice because you get these shards whilst you're actually doing thieving, which we did a lot of thieving AFK during Deadman while we were on our pure, participating with the boys. And that got us 51 prayer, a nice little bonus. We are trying to get 77 obviously, or 99 eventually, but it's a nice easy way for us to get early prayer levels without having to think too much. And it's really, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty AFKable, like honestly. It's not too bad. All you do is take some wines, go there and then hand them in. I think once you've unlocked like the glider system on this area, it's even easier. This is just like a little bit of our reward from thieving. This is where we got the majority of our money for our kingdom. Really nice money maker here. Super AFKable doing these houses. Genuinely, if you are someone that doesn't enjoy thieving like myself, bandits can be very click intensive. I know that a few of the other methods can be quite annoying, like RD Knight, whenever you're getting caught constantly. It's not too entertaining. However, if you just want a really nice, easy click and just listen for the noise, you just do this and you can like hear them as soon as they come to go in the house. And I mean, to get the keys, as long as you got the rogue's outfit, you get loads of keys really, really quickly. So something that we've been wanting to do for a while, we've unlocked our lectern room, we've unlocked our wardrobe room, and we've unlocked the clockmaker's bench so we can start doing birdhouse runs. We've set our house up here. I'm pretty sure it's just a basic, generic, best in slot as they refer to it, house build for like the most utility. We still haven't unlocked our achievement room at the top left, where we can start getting our jewelry boxes and so on, but we're going to be a long way off that anyway. I think we're going to probably push closer to 90 construction or 83 and use a boost before we bother with making that. It's kind of pointless. The Nexus at the top is our main priority right now. We want to get that created and we want as many teleports as possible so we can get around the game as quickly as possible. And obviously we want to unlock our magic tree in the middle. So I think the main goal now is to get a few levels as quickly as we can. We need to create another garden, I believe, on the left. I haven't done that yet, of our superior garden there, just so we can unlock the obelisk whenever we want it. And here is me enchanting a ton of our pendants that we got for dig site. This is just so we can go straight to the birdhouses without having to really think much. We'll definitely need to collect more of these in the future. Looking in my bank at the moment, we're actually down by quite a lot. However, obviously, you might see in this video, we get quite a lot of levels in that. That is Tears of Guthix completed, and this is an amazing weekly free XP. The higher level that you are, the more XP you get, and obviously the more quests you've done, the more points you get, meaning that, overall, you're going to get more experience and more points as you progress through your account. So for anyone that doesn't mind having defense, because as a pure I wouldn't suggest this, it always levels up your lowest level. It's definitely not worth it as a pure because you'll always have one defense, and that's obviously going to be leveled first. But for anyone else, it's amazing just to get levels. That is the Giant's Dwarf completed. We do quite a lot of the Dwarven quests in this video. That is part of the Osiris RS guide. We followed his guide still. We do slightly veer off from his guide in this video, as there are certain things that I prioritized over it just due to the fact that during certain parts of our grind we wanted to AFK more. For some of these moments like this where we do the barley and so on, this is me showing how I got my barley and so on for the quest that's coming up, and also some of the achievement diaries that we've done. Whenever I do get achievement diaries, I do try and show each one of them. Obviously some of them I do forget, because let's be honest, when you're powering through an account and you're doing some of this stuff, you do forget to record, and I do try and keep on top of that, but obviously I can't always be. So the bank's looking pretty good at the moment. We have quite a lot of cash overall in terms of like resources. We do have a lot of items that we need to basically work through now, such as like logs, ores and so on, that we need to do for our smithing grind and stuff like that. And I think that's pretty much where we need to come to next. I think we need to start working through all of the items that we have. However, I believe according to the Osiris RS guide, there's certain things that we'll be doing before that. So we'll continue with that and see where it gets us. But if we overstack too much and kind of get annoyed with it, because I like to have like a clean bank, then we'll end up using them first. So this is us doing the volcanic ash. Now, if you are a new Iron Man and you're wanting to do farming at any point, this is the best way to get ultra compost as far as I'm aware. You can make it with Haralander herbs, I believe it is, and the ash into a potion, which makes a compost potion. You then use it on your compost. This allows you to make super compost, and if you use it again, you then get ultra compost. So it's a really nice way to skip the tedious pineapple grind that people always do to make super compost, and just to get really fast ultra compost, so you're not like killing off as many patches with your farming early game. Farming is something that we really need to start like getting done. That's like our biggest priority, I think, that we haven't begun, which the Osiris RS guide pretty much says that we must be doing. However, we haven't been doing it just because I want to do my treehouse runs as well, and we haven't planted all of those yet. We also wanted to get a lot more lore runes because we didn't want to go to the mage bank all the time to get them. So we do veer off, and I believe that during this like video we start doing some of our rune crafting, just so that way we can move on to doing farming after we've finished our rune crafting. So that's us getting the malt barley for the next quest coming up. This is also a achievement diary, I believe, and forgettable tale just here. Honestly, if you're an Iron Man, get these out of the way. They're long quests, they're boring, and they're not that exciting to do. There's a lot of walking around, especially with the quests where you have to hand in all of the ores and bars, because if you haven't already got them in your bank, you're pretty much just walking back and forward, just making like each one. And I didn't actually have all the ores, so I had to tally out for quite a few of them to like the duel arena. Luckily I do have the teleports that made it a little bit easier, but it's a nice bit of farming and cooking experience. And truth be told, I want the quest cape, and getting all of these free farm levels makes it a little bit easier when you're low level, because otherwise all your crops just basically die. Garden of Tranquility. This is one of the most painful quests there is, just because you have to go like away and come back to the quest, because obviously you've got to wait for all the plants to grow. Whoever designed that is an idiot. They have like skips on all the other sort of quests. Why not have like a sort of long dialogue at the end where you sort of watch the plants grow, and it's like a 2-minute cutscene? It would make it so much more like mentally bearable to do that quest. So Isaac Lothry, an amazing quest. You get so many skills from that, genuinely worth doing. I think you also get the crystal saw, which is great for construction, gives you a little bit of hidden boost. So definitely get this done, boys and girls. And onto the Tower of Life. This is the quest that you get the unlock to basically be allowed to make as many, to make monsters to get your secondaries for your Herbalore. This is an absolute must for Iron Men. Will end up being here for quite some time. I was a little bit confused. I didn't realize there was multiple different altars at first, so that was just me being really dumb. And we were looking around trying to complete this for ages. I'm pretty sure It's here. Yeah, look, I didn't realize that you can't use it on it. And I didn't read the dialogue that it just came up with then until now, where I realized, oh yeah, there's another one. Like, I just completely was oblivious, didn't pay any attention, you know. Skip manscape, as I would call myself, especially with the fact that all of the quests are really easy to do now. Big chompy bird hunting. I always hated this as a pure because I always felt like it was a really long one, but it's not. It's actually really easy. And Rag and Bone Man, this is a bit of a long quest if you're just doing it purely as you're grinding. But because I did a majority of this quest whilst I was doing other quests, it made it really easy to actually just power through it. So definitely worth following the Osiris RS guide at least up until this point to complete that quest, because it makes it a little bit easier. That's Family Crest. This will allow us to unlock our gold gauntlets to start doing some smithing, which is nice. Because smithing is a big one. I think you need 70 for Song of the Elves, possibly for Monkey Madness 2, I can't remember. And so that needs to be done. Troll Stronghold, this is a pre-quest for DT. Quite nice and easy with 43 prayer, but if you're not, just be careful the generals don't one-bang you, because they do hit quite high. You can safe support them, however. Enlightened Journey. Ugh. Getting the willow things from the tree is a bit annoying, but we did it in Folly, so it's not too bad. Temple of Ikov. Really easy when you use darts or knives. Don't bother getting all the arrows and using a bow. Honestly, it's just completely worthless, and you're better off just getting some darts. This is just another... Oh my god, I forgot the name of it. What's the name of this place? My brain has just went to mush. I'm getting old, honestly. It's 29 runecrafting, I know that. Tears of Guffix, that's what it's called. We're going to try and keep on top of that, but we do forget. I think it resets like on a Monday, something like that, so as long as we do it at some point during the week, we're alright. This is us completing our Guardians of the Rift quest. I think it's called Temple of the Eye. This is a nice one. It gives you quite a bit of runecrafting experience, I believe. And also unlocks the new area that we're going to be at for quite a while. So it's 34 runecrafting. Runecrafting and agility have always been some of my least favourite skills. And here's me just showing that you need, I think it's 55 or 56 agility to unlock the shortcut to enter the higher mining area. And so we basically went and did that. I think it's, yeah, 56 there. You can see it on the screen. Rock climb, and this allows you to use the bigger rocks, and this is obviously makes it a little bit easier to get the little shards that you make into the essence. So whilst we did agility, we actually used the nature runes that we had to alch as we were running around. We did a little bit of LMS, as you can see. We've got some rune arrows. This is just a nice little money maker by obviously alching the rune arrows, and it also gives us quite a lot of mage levels. That's 65, you know, that's coming in really strong. I think we ended on 67. I don't think I showed it. And this is just me opening our caskets because we had a few saved up over time. We didn't do too many on this account so far because we want teleports before we bother going and like running around the map doing them all day. But we did get really RNG carried and got 2 collection logs really quick. And we also got some teleports, which are always nice. I know a lot of Iron Men hate the teleports, but as a fresh or lower level Iron Man, the teleports come in so handy for doing a lot of the quests. Especially when you get like the elf quests and you get elf teleports, it just makes your life a little bit easier. Tears of the Guffix, again, just always make sure you're doing this. It's such good experience. This just shows how many weeks I haven't uploaded a video though. And that's us getting a diary completed by having over 100. And that's also 37 runecrafting, which is absolutely amazing. Gonna go and do a treehouse run there. But coming back, we have now unlocked the full Graceful. We did this at Canifis. Canifis is one of the best places to get the Marks of Grace until you can get to Seer's Course with the hard diary. Once you've got the Seer's Course with the hard diary, that is much better. And obviously you've got Relica and Ardoin, which is also better. However, you do obviously need much higher agility to get to those areas. This took a total of 731 laps. This took about a week because I hate agility. So every day I'd log in, I really struggled to motivate myself to actually do this. So for any of you that need to do it, just get it done. So this is basically me unlocking a few things to see what I get from the rift. We do have a little thing in the description that I want all of you guys to see. It's where we actually unlock the pet here. I was streaming it at the time, so I didn't record it. However, we have clipped it and I've put it in the description so you guys can see. I think it was around 100 pulls for us to unlock the pet, which is super RNG carried. However, we haven't had the lantern yet, and that is actually what we're after. It's pretty much best in slot. It gives you so many bonuses when you're doing your rune crafting, and it's what I'm really desperate for. I didn't realize at first that you can repair your pouches via the person for like 1 pearl. So I dropped that large pouches in back there, but then we do get another. At the time, we were doing too much dead man and we needed some AFK, so we went and did the thieving grind just to get as much thieving and cash as we could, because like we can't be doing Guardians of Rift while dead man's on. It's far too like active, and we're on our pure at the time. We do a little bit of dead man on this. We actually went like first bracket, moved up to second bracket, third, I think even the last bracket, just to get the points, because I wanted to get the unlocks for the mage cape and for the teleport as well. So we have unlocked those now. A bit of a spoiler, I think I may show a clip in here. This is me unlocking the repair for the pouches. I didn't realize you could do this until like later on, so obviously you've seen that I dropped one. But as you can see there on the screen, the Abyssal Protector is there. That is our drop, and I think I've got a clip of it in the bottom for you guys, so you can see that. Pretty cool. We're on our third pet now. We have the Phoenix, we have Rocky, and we have the Abyssal Protector. Doing another quest here. This gives defense XP. Don't do this if you're ever a pure, but it's called the Soul's Bane. Can't remember what this is actually a requirement for. I think it's because we wanted to get the medium diary so we could start Varrock medium diary, and this is part of the requirements. I think you have to go in there after you've completed the quest. In case you didn't know, Varrock medium diary, easy diary, etc. You get more ores on mining certain things, so that is obviously why we did it. Obviously a little bit AFK here, I apologise. I think I was reading up a guide or something, because I was trying to figure out how I get the medium diary, because I was like, why the hell isn't it completed yet? But we end up going back down there and completing that later on. And yeah, you see it there, Varrock medium diary. Like, we were figuring out what the hell was going on. And off to complete the medium diary now and move on to the next step. This is getting the what's that called? White tree seed or something? White tree fruit. I'm not even sure what they're used for, or if they're used for anything, but you know, you can pick them. Hey, they might give back energy or agility or something. Normally, like stuff like that gives like little bonuses that you never really pay attention to. They're probably not that useful, that you know you probably never need to. And that is my medium diary unlocked. That means that when we're mining now, I think you get higher ore that will actually give you a reward. That is the Zami page 3. We will be going for all the books. The books are nice little usable items while we're grinding, especially if you get like the mage book. 70 smithing. We kind of skipped all the smithing grind, honestly. Didn't really want to show you like 22 levels in a day of just me grinding out the smithing. But we are now getting our dragon scimitar. We're going to move up to 60 attack, because we came to a conclusion that we want to go at least 82 no matter what build we go on this count. However, I think the goal is we're going to try and max. I want to see if I can achieve a max cape as a hardcore. I doubt it. I think we'll die during Slayer, but we will attempt it. That is our goal. That is what we're going to try and do. We decided to buy the Dragon Dagger from Rizzolo, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to waste a diamond to go into the Xanaris area and go there. I feel like it's kind of a pointless diamond to waste. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it costs more, but as an Iron Man, does money really matter? Like, as long as you've got all your ores and stuff like that, you're not having to buy them, it's not too big of a deal. And we're gonna go and start AFK in our stats. I believe that we're AFK in our stats because League of Legends brought out Arena again, and we started playing Arena, and obviously it's highly addictive and you can't stop playing it once you start playing it. That's 56 Hunter as well, you can see there. I was just showing off like how many levels. We started at like 14 Hunter or something like that, whatever it was, when we made our first like birdhouse run, and now we're like pretty much 60 or something. That's absolutely crazy considering it's all from birdhouses. I didn't realize how overpowered they are. But this is me unlocking 65 attack, 65 strength, and that actually allows me to get the defenders, and that's going to be the last grind of this video. So we've done quite a lot in this video. I apologize, it's been so long since we've updated any videos. We will be bringing out a lot more in the future, but unfortunately with Deadman being on, we have grinded really heavily because it's Deadman and I really enjoy it. I was going to make a video on Deadman, but honestly I was power leveling so fast and doing so many things that I completely forgot to really record anything. I didn't pay attention to anything other than the fact that I just wanted to grind. Now I will say this, we got carried with our defender. We literally got to rune defender, I think like in 100 Cyclopses total, and that is ridiculously carried because I think it's 1 in 50 from these ones for the normal defenders, and then it's 1 in 100 for the dragon defender. So we got super carried and got these at like 100 KC total, and then we ended up getting our dragon defender I think at 300 KC, which is obviously double the drop rate. But to be quite frank, because we got so carried with the other defenders, I really don't care. This was a really quick grind. We pretty much powered to 59 defense I think, and then we had to go back to the rock crabs to get 60 to unlock the dragon defender. I thought I was easily going to get 60 defense from this grind, because normally it takes so long to actually get this that you take absolutely ages. You can see it in the chat, like 2 KC later, showing off to all the boys in the clan chat, and like, yeah, I think it upset a few of them by the end of it because we were just like, what the hell is going on? Like, how carried am I? It's ridiculous. Quite literally 1 KC, 2 KC, and we were getting like the next defenders. I think from Addy to Rune it took 50 KC, which was basically normal drop rate. That took like the normal amount of time. But then for Dragon it did take double. But even still, we were way below drop rate. It took like barely any time. I think we had it in a day and a half because obviously I had to go to work and stuff and I couldn't just carry on grinding. And with having low stats, it did take a little while. We did collect a few Addy items and obviously out them along the way, because money's money and we might need it in the future for, you know, buying natures or whatever if we can't be bothered doing our grind. But that is the dragon defender unlock. That is the end of this video. There is not really much else to show you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope if you've enjoyed, you like, comment, subscribe. We will be bringing out more content. We will also be bringing out our free-to-play Iron Man in the future. But remember, for a lot of you guys that have been watching that, I've been doing the Baronite ore method, which is super slow, but it is super AFK, and it means that we can do other things along the side as we're grinding. We're on a 3 mil cash stack or slightly above. Basically going to be going back to rune crafting as well as finishing off a few side levels. But yeah, thank you for watching and we will see you in the next one.